3, 2, 1, and hey! Woo! Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Much love, bros. I hope you're doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. Doing some more testing for GP San Antonio. Making sure that my... Is it raining? Sun and raining at the same time, and wind. I guess we're staying inside. Missed my chance. Up against Jund Shadow. So we started with Leyline, which means no Tassigers for you, no Street Wraiths for you, no Gurmag Anglers, no Snapcaster Mages. And we don't have a Grove yet to fight Death Shadow. And Living End is not a good draw, but, you know, bound to happen. Blue, green. I'm going to lead with Swamp cycling the Architects so that we can delay our Verdant Catacombs choice. Because we have Leyline in play, I'm not nearly as concerned about Street Wraith. Thoughtseize, okay. Yeah, I'm not concerned about Street Wraith. Opponent would have to hardcast it. Only really worried about the card Death Shadow. Stubborn Denial. Here it comes. Although, if we top deck, if that's what his plan is right now, we top deck Grove of the Burn Bowls. We top deck Grove of the Burn Bowls, that thing is fucking gone. Let's go. See, when you put a card in your 4 of, it's for a fucking reason. Right? It's for a fucking reason that this is a 4 of. I tried hard to have a decent Shadow matchup. Right? Now we have all the time in the world to set up. Let's go. I'm sorry, Shadow opponents. 2 out of 3 matches. And then I'm pretty done. See what's all been exiled. Bunch of garbage. We could even suspend Living End potentially, like just keep giving him 1 life a turn and then suspend Living End on turn 4. That would be an option. Okay. 11. There's an Outburst though. Stubborn Denial is one card to be concerned about. Kind of. It's a counter unless we pay 1, or countered if they have creature with 5 power. So I know I'm going to cycle like this. I also know I'm going to cycle like this. And then we're going to have to take, we don't have to take 3 damage. We get the basic forest. Yeah, we don't have to take damage. I prefer to not take damage whenever possible. Key to the deck. So we've got an Outburst. Oh, I should have maybe, okay. I'm going to play the Overgrown Tomb untapped. This way we can Outburst through 1 Stubborn Denial. I'll Outburst in response to a discard spell. If there's no discard, then I'm going to wait until we have 5 lands. There's no discard, so that we can get through both Stubborn Denials. We go get the basic plains. Now we can basically win at impunity. We've got a lot in the graveyard. Opponent's holding pushes and lightning bolts. It's game 1. Okay, at this point I'm not going to give you extra life. Oh, we have to actually. And I'm an Outburst. I would love to cycle these things, but... Alright, even got to play around double Stubborn Denial. This version, I think Leyline is quite a bit better because they're more reliant on it. I still want the chewers, and if we're going to do that, we don't want the architects. Two chewers is plenty, I think. Still don't like the land destruction when their threat costs one black mana, and they have basics. So we can definitely cut the fourth captured sunlight from the deck. Um, it can be something for a different matchup, potentially, probably. Like another card for burn, although that could be captured sunlight. Could be a card for throw in a slaughter games when in doubt. That's just a fine card to have. I don't think we need a fourth ingot chewer. And go for it. Maybe we could have simians in the board to have more game versus infect. Kind of going overkill versus the land decks. But feel a lot better. Yesterday I got my ass kicked by Death Shadow. But again, I wasn't trying to beat it. I was like, yeah, I beat it because I'm living in. No, you have to work for it. You got to play the 4 groves, the 4 cliffs, and the captured sunlights and the ley lines. This is the configuration to do it. And drawing first is key. I think it's even more important in this in the blue-black version. That was my issue. Is like I kept winning game 1, then losing well, game 2 I was losing on the draw. I kept always losing game 3 on the play. And it's like, duh, yeah, this is not about speed. Chooses to play first. I'm gonna mulligan this. It has 2 living ends. I'm gonna keep this. It has a ley line. Put this on the bottom. We'll mulligan for ley line a little bit. So I love starting with ley line because all we really need to worry about is Death Shadow at this point. And we can try to race it, or I mean, ideally, again, Groves is the way to go. And Inquisition is kind of a brick. It takes a living end, although maybe we get surgical later on, and we don't really have a way to know. There's an outburst. There's a good draw. From what I've seen, yeah, I mean, maybe they play a surgical. It's more about Nihil Spellbomb, I think. This is a tough decision for me because I normally prefer to save Street Wraith as long as possible so we have something for on top of Nihil Spellbomb. But I also want to Street Wraith first to see which land we want. I think we just want to fetch for a Stomping Ground and cycle the Carabid, and if possible, save the Street Wraith. Cards go on top. Okay, Street Wraith. Nihil Spellbomb. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna try to save the Street Wraith. Hope to draw a Grove. Can't always top deck exactly the card you want. Sometimes you can. Although that's definitely a good draw. Try to put ourselves in a position where we can outburst and then cycle 2 things. So we do need to worry about Stubborn Denial, and we do need to worry about Surgical. And we need to worry about this Death Shadow coming for our ass right now. We could have a small living end, and we still, if there's no Surgical, have a 3rd living end in our deck. Ooh, Fulminator Mage. Happy to have this ley line. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Abomination for a basic swamp. I think the basic is the best one. If there's another Fulminator, then I would wish that it was a Blood Crypt. Kind of. It's a wash. Maybe I should have used that opportunity to get the white mana. Alright, so now we have a grove, so we can execute the game plan, which is basically try to fight Death Shadow if possible on life. And we don't have to worry about Tassiger and Gurmag and very much about Snapcaster. It looks like he doesn't have a Death Shadow yet. Red, give you life. I'm not going to cycle yet. I want to get to 4. Captured Sunlight. Okay. Just kind of concerned about surgical. Save my cyclers. Maybe I should have paid 2 life. I want him to have false sense of security though, if possible. 5. Here it comes. Ooh, Street Wraith. Sweet. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't think there's a Death Shadow. We could... I think I'm gonna give 1 life because 6 is the same as 5 in for terms of how it takes to kill him. So draw a land would be very nice. No land. I think I don't mind doing the outburst thing. And leaving them on 6. Maybe I'm supposed to do this end of turn. A lot can go wrong from this play. Definitely. Okay, Spellbomb goes. Cycle Street Wraith. Another Street Wraith, come on. Oh, well, we drew a land, which is okay. Because if there's a Death Shadow, then we can cycle and Sunlight again. 3 cards over there. Inquisition is a brick. Captured Sunlight, baby. MVP. Verdant for a Godless Shrine. This configuration is great. Sun's back out. I'm going to get the Godless Shrine because we want to be able to cast our cards. I would like to be able to cycle our Deadshot. And there's another Street Wraith as well. So, looks pretty good for us. I don't really see a reason to cycle right now. Match 2. How can you get out of this? Alright. Best 2 out of 3 if I win this. Then that's it. Constructed open. Queues. I'm mentally retarded right now. Metropalooza challenge. And Living End, San Antonio. Okay. This is encouraging after getting smashed yesterday. But again, I didn't have 4 groves. I didn't have captured sunlight. I was playing land destruction. How bad was land destruction that game? Best 2 of 3 again. This is a great hand. We don't have leyline, but we don't need. We have a grove to fight shadow, and we have Street Wraith's always annoying. Jesus, 2 Street Wraiths. This game could be hard. It might require multiple living ends, although hopefully we won't have to play a swamp. Or maybe we can win via just casting creatures. That's a possibility. Thought Scour. Lightning Bolt. Myself! Okay. The race is on. 3 Street Wraiths. This is a tough draw to beat. Serum Visions. It's the last card of Death Shadow, because I want to race you back to 13, if possible. If you don't have Death Shadow this turn, We're gonna have time to get there. If you do have Death Shadow this turn, then I don't really like the position too much. Puts cards on top. Shit. Shit. Alright, give you a life, cycle. We're gonna have to living end multiple times this game. Most likely. Through a bunch of discard. The best thing we can do right now is hit land drops. I'm gonna go get the basic planes. Execute the plan of Snapcaster Mage. Lightning Bolt. Who's getting bolted? Okay, taking 6. Get the basic planes. Ow. Really interesting. So, I'd like to... We could living end and basically be at parity. Although if we wait one more turn... Oh, I played the wrong land. Fuck. It's bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's kind of bad. Red. Cycle a Carabid. That swamp is never getting played. Cycle again. For a swamp, I'm again not going to play. And two. Snapcaster. Serum Visions, alright, well we have a window where we don't even have to worry about basically anything. So if I had played the swamp, we would be able to cycle an extra Architects into our graveyard. But I did not, and we won't be able to. Okay. We can't really wait. We can't really wait. Cycle the Street Wraith. There's a ley line, which is encouraging. Green, red, 1. Gonna do it now while we have a window. We have no swamps. Again, I played this way and designed the matchup in such a way. If the opponent has Death Shadows, we can give them 2 more life on this turn. And we have Street Wraith, although our Carabids have to attack. Next turn, we could play a Dead Shot, but it would require deploying a Swamp. We're 2 turns away from playing a Ley Line. So if I had played the Blackcleave Cliffs on this turn, we could have an extra Architects in play, or an extra Blackcleave Cliffs, which means we could Ley Line on the next turn. I think Ley Line is getting kind of irrelevant. Have to try to win with what we have out. So the opponent hasn't drawn a discard spell this game, which is relevant, although I say they have more. I think this version they play 6. 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Inquisition, sideboard Collective Brutality. We're still on game 1 here. Make sure my thing is charging. Okay. Tank, tank, tank. If they have Death Shadow and can make them lose life, they'll be in okay shape. How good would the extra 3/3 be? I think it wouldn't be that good. Judge question. Okay, it looks like. Ooh, interesting. If they exile their graveyard, that opens the window to Living End again. It looks like they might be playing a Tastiger. Yep. Okay. So we'll have a window to Living End. Um, Perhaps should have cycled a Minotaur instead of a Carabid. Our Carabids have to attack, and there's a Shadow. So this is pretty bad, actually. With 3. This is pretty unfortunate. Not that unfortunate. Okay. The good news is, so there's 2 ways we could win here. The Carabids attack. I don't see Street Wraith attacking being a line of victory. We could cycle looking for a living end. Or we could pay to play a Deadshot Minotaur. What did they just do? They tapped an extra land. Did they not? What's going on? Do they have mana? So, okay, we could take 2 and then play a 4th blocker, but we're basically dead to anything. I think we have a better shot drawing another living end. So, I'm going to cycle drawing another Cascader. I mean, if we play Deadshot, we're dead to so much, and we don't even win next turn. So, which one should we use? We don't have a choice. And we bricked. If we had Dryad Arbor, maybe we could surprise win. I don't know if I want to say that's unfortunate. An extra 3/3 would actually go a long way. An extra 3/3 would have gone a long way this game. So say we had played the dead shot. I mean, we're still basically dead. Alright, dead. This game was so close. How far were we from 3 turns out? I should have cycled the dead shot instead. Yeah, there was 2 mistakes in that game. Made a few small mistakes that game. Really tough matchup. I would say it's a tough matchup. So again, I don't like the Architects. I like the 4th ley line against them. When you have ley line, it's impossible for me game 1. Yeah. It's hard at least. So that was game 1. We're doing best 2 out of 3. Yeah. Does seem better than the Jund. Most versions of Living End. He says I'm playing a bunch of extra Cascaders for live top decks. Right. I mean, most Living End, it comes down to whiffing basically. So I don't want to whiff. It's tuned. Not an auto win. Definitely not an auto win, but it is tuned to have a good matchup. I don't even would say it's tuned to have a good matchup. It's tuned to have plans to win, to not lose. Anyways, yeah, Architects. Architects is a good card. I just don't like tension between Architects and Chewer. I don't like tension between. What if we just say fuck Chewer, like fuck your Nihil Spellbomb? I've had not problems winning through Nihil Spellbomb. Okay, are you ready? Bro, let's do it. Ready? I like the something I picked up from playing a lot on Cockatrice is if you're going to take a lot of time, you say thinking. I like that. Magic Online people don't really do that. I'll do it sometimes. No, I don't want to play first. I want to play second. It's a pretty good hand. Okay, sure. Keep. Is there a reason to put out two ley lines? Let's look up a Grixis Shadow and see if they have Lilianas, or any way to remove it. They have Liliana the Last Hope only, and no way to remove it. Is there any reason to keep a second one in our hand? Uh, I don't think it matters either way. It would feel worse to lose with the first one removed. So that's nice. On the other hand, we're down multiple cards. But, I mean, we have the nut draws like Leyline into Grove. Leyline into Grove is the nut draw. Who would have thought? Okay, sun's back out. Opportunity windows close. I don't care if the battery's almost dead. You have to take advantage when you are given it. Take opportunity when you're given it. Yeah, last game was tough to almost win from triple Street Wraith, no Leyline. Okay. I want to win this match. I want to win this match. I'm going to cycle the Carabid. I generally cycle whatever has more power. We drew our second land. We're in business. Drew a living end. It's not really the greatest thing. Take a look at this Grixis shadow list. Does it have... it doesn't have any... I don't know if this is his list, but it seems like they mostly don't have surgical. They have just a couple spell bombs. I don't know why. Surgical seems really nice with Thought Scour. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Again, I don't really see a way to not play a swamp, and it doesn't matter because we have ley lines. We could not play a swamp, but we would not have black mana, and I would like to have black mana this game. Okay, here comes the boom. Nihil spell bomb, whatever. Definitely annoying. Red, get a basic. Swamp. And then I'm going to get a basic forest. And then this twisted will probably get a godless. So stick with the game plan of, oh, there's the plains. Wait on outburst as long as possible so that we can cycle over spellbomb. I think that's the better way to go, is not have chewers and just try to cycle over it. Watch him play a Street Wraith on turn 5. Give you a life. Okay. There's another outburst. Try to get more value. There's another Snapcaster. Interesting. I'm going to take one more hit for 4. See if there's a Street Wraith coming down. Street Wraith's pretty scary, actually. Oops. I want more time. This is one of those plays that could be a punt or not a punt. 11 is pretty low if there's a Street Wraith coming. Although we could outburst and then cycle a dead shot. I think I'm going to take it on this turn. Maybe this is a super punt. Wait one more turn on the A-bomb. Demonic Dread. Hmm. I've got a plan. I'm gonna outburst just to outburst. Another Snapcaster. Okay. I don't want to get Stubborn Denialed, and we're gonna have to have another Living End anyways to deal with this bullshit. So it'll take a double Stubborn Denial, in which case we still have another one. Shit, I fucked up again. Tapped my mana wrong. Like, really wrong. Consistently fucking this shit up. Stubborn Denial. Maybe there's double. I guess it didn't matter. Double Stubborn Denial. Okay, maybe I should have cycled my Abomination. Because now we're actually down to 5. Should have done it last turn. Like, there's a lot I should have done different. Although they're down to their last card. It's a Thought Scour. They're down to their last card. Interesting. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Because we don't have any painless mana to get, and we could get burned out. Green, red. No. We can black, red. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can go red, black, white, Demonic Dread. Spell Bomb. We can definitely still lose this game. It's a tough matchup. Okay, Spell Bomb. Hate for hate. It's fair. Cycle this. Another Outburst, but we've drawn our Living End, so pretty much. Did they not draw a card? Punt. So much can go wrong. We're a ways from winning. On one hand, Thought Scour. Street Wraith to the grave. On one hand, I want to win before they draw Thoughtseize. Interesting. I want to win before they draw a Street Wraith. On the other hand, I want to win, but I don't want to lose to Death Shadow. I think I'm going to not mind potentially. Weird, they took the Outburst. Outburst is a blank. There's a Death Shadow. It's a 3/3. They have no cards left. I'm going to crack this for a Overgrown. Oh, I'll get a Blood Crypt. Okay. There's a Jungle Weaver. You know, I'm going to give you a life, and I'm going to suspend Living End. No. Yes. I'm going to do this. This is a way to win the game. I mean, a lot can go wrong. So much can go wrong. So much can go wrong. If they have a way to do, there's a Thought Scour, 3 damage to themselves, even 2 damage. If they draw a way to lose life, it's trouble. Okay, it looks like they didn't. Suspend on 2. There's a Godless Shrine. So we can give them a life. We can wait. Do some cycling. Probably save Thoughtseize. That's not the end. I think I want to cycle the Weaver in response so that we get a card deeper. I wouldn't mind a Captured Sunlight. Unfortunately, can't cast that. Street Wraith. Okay. Keep both. I wouldn't mind a Captured Sunlight just for the life. Don't hate our position now. Give them an extra life. Okay. Extra life. And then Living End is down to 2. I don't think they have any one card that's going to stop this from happening. These Street Wraiths are to be cast. I'm going to Swamp Cycle for the Overgrown Tomb and play it. And then I'm going to pass the turn. I don't want to go to 2 life. They have potentially Collective Brutality and Kolaghan's Command. So they can make a cutesy play here where they suicide attack their Death Shadow. And that would be decent. Because our Carabid's going to have to attack. They didn't attack. I believe that's a mistake. Give you the life. So now we're in a position where maybe we can win whether this Living End comes off or not. Cast it. Counter Squall. Shit, we're at 2 life. 2 life is not very much. 2 life is not very much life. I want to win so bad. Need to dodge Street Wraith. You can draw Death Shadow. Nice, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't cast Architects, so it makes sense to cycle it. Red. 2, 3, 4. Play the bigger one. And then I like attacking here. Is the plan. We have Outburst to finish. Have to just end it before he can draw a Wraith. And we've got Outburst to finish the last punch. This matchup is so much fun. Couldn't find the Bolt. GG. Game 3. Let's go. Or Street Wraith. Stupidly close games. I don't know if, yeah, I don't like the Chewers. I was happy to just have more Cyclers. I don't like Shriek Maws. We could like sneak in Blood Moon. It just seems pretty bad because usually they can see it coming. It's not a good top deck. I really like the 4 ley lines here. It makes the matchup so much easier. It makes it so it doesn't matter how many Street Wraiths they have. The Snapcaster is like getting beat down by 3 Ambush Vipers and almost losing though. That was pretty nuts. Grove MVP. And we're on the draw for this game, which is my preferred. Probably on the draw. We'll see if he chooses to go first or second. Sure. I don't like this hand is pretty bad for a couple reasons, but I'm gonna keep anything. I mean, yeah, like we have barely any cards left, but that's just been so good consistently. Maybe 4 is too many because you don't want 2, but I think I'd rather start the game with 2 than none. Thoughtseize. Putting us on top decks where we have to draw lands. And we have to draw Cascader. Verdant. Ship. No reason to cycle now. Um, Last game we had to fight through that spell bomb too. Okay. Although I've got a tough feeling we don't have groves this game. Death Shadow. Death Shadow. Okay. I'm gonna cycle the Street Wraith. Forget Nihil Spell Bomb. Can't really afford to get a black-white. Stomping Ground. Paying a lot of life. Come on. Another captured. And that's it. We're gonna lose. Stuck. It's happened some of the times. We'll go to match 3. Stuck. Match 3. That's it. You got it. Alright. Such a tough match. So close. Once more. I'll be a lot happier if I win than if I don't win. Maybe I'll be more motivated if I lose. Alright, I'm happy to be on the draw. I just don't mind. No ley line this game, but we have a hand that doesn't have to play a swamp. No grove. Although we've got 3 lands, 2 cyclers, and some nice resistance to discard. Decent resistance. Thought Scour is good against us. Flip a creature. Okay. See no discard. That's weird. Almost want to see discard with this hand. If it's a keep on 7 with no discard, what would that mean? Oh, there's only 6. There's only 6. It just doesn't have to. There'd be Thought Scours. There could be. He's going to bolt himself. That's scary. Fetch double shadow again. There's certain draws where, yeah, you want to be on the play. Last match was not that, though. Jeez, are we going to see this again? We're not going to see Fulminator, at least. And then, okay. Hopefully just 1. 2. Jesus. That's what we saw last game, too. Although, there's got to be more life loss to really get us. And there's got to be, yeah, more life loss or we have time. Serum Visions, I don't mind seeing that because it means we potentially have a window to Living End. Four fours is alright. Okay, yeah, no stubborn denials to worry about. See if no Street Wraith so far, okay. Cycle Weaver or they can push their own Death Shadow. I think that's part of the plan. Yikes, and there's the 3rd Living End. No! Alright, well, can't do anything. That was disappointing. I said there's the 2nd Living End. Immediately, I said there's the 3rd Living End right before drawing it. Fucking Psychic Powers let me down. Yikes, man. Again, I'd rather just cycle than have chewers, I think. 4th ley line. No foams. No riders, no moons. Definitely no shriek maws. I want to go against the John version more than the Grixis, that's for sure. Okay, well now the back's up against the wall. That was pretty unlucky though. I don't know that we would have won, but that was pretty unlucky, I think. Although the deck can do it, and I had the fourth living end in the deck for a minute to try to avoid that. It happens. I've had it happen in tournaments before. And now we can't have a slip for the next two games. And then the rest of the day, eat food and work out, play basketball. Other alternatives. I think the captured is a lot. No, it's important for both versions. Definitely feels more important versus the Jund version. Because they're a bit faster with the glyphs and the traverses. Blue seems to spend more time setting up. I'm going to play second. I'm going to start with the ley line. Again, the last game, in some ways I would have liked to be on the play. On the other hand, yeah, if we had been on the play, then we would have been able to outburst before drawing the third living end. No, because we would have cycled more. Probably would have cycled an extra time. Okay. If we lose, I said it's over, but I wouldn't mind digging a deeper hole and trying to play more matches to fix it. Although you're supposed to like change things. Okay. Serum visions. Sure. Don't mind. It's already a game of cards and not land drops. People don't draw first nearly enough in Magic in general. Like any time a matchup is about top decks, that's a draw first matchup. So that happens a lot in limited, happens a lot in constructed, more than people would think. Alright, bring on the barrage of discard. Thoughtseize. Although our deck is reasonably equipped to fight it. We have a lot of top decks available. Mitch is playing slow, man. I've used a minute and 15 seconds in the all game. Whatever. 13. Spell bomb. It's annoying. There's your sideboard card, though. You play it, you got it. There's a dead shot, so we could do the old. And we have a land, so we could try to make it to 4 and then outburst for 2 guys. Unfortunately, this game, no Grove. Alright, at this point he's just, are you multitasking, bro? Because you should have F6'd. Okay. Thoughtseize. Alright. Outburst. Sometimes you want to cycle in response. There's a Death Shadow. Well, I guess we should cycle, because we have got nothing else going on. And we could really use a Grove. Street Wraith. Come on. I think I'm going to not cycle the Street Wraith this turn. If we cycle it, we could find a Grove or a way to remove the Death Shadow, but we still have a time to draw another living end, potentially. And having a Street Wraith on top is pretty important. And then here the Grove wouldn't have mattered too much. But now we're kind of fucked. Like, if there's another if there's a counter spell, that's pretty much it. Hmm. Is there another Thoughtseize? Lightning Bolt. Down to 5. Well, we're down to our last draw. I'm going to... Fuck. Cycle. Pale Recluse. Things were looking so promising. And then all of a sudden... they weren't. Planes. Well, our deck had more top decks, and we did not get there. I mean, our deck's designed to have more top decks. It doesn't mean you will guarantee to top deck, but fourth Captured Sunlight, though, could have done it. We're at 2 life. Architects would be an Ingot Chewer, which we could play to block, and then whatever. I don't think it'd be that good. GG's. One more. Okay. Thank you, Mitch, for playing a bunch of Magic. Disappointing, man. We were a game away from being way up, and now we're way down. Or we're down, risk of being way down. Uh, best 2 of 3 is supposed to end when you win. If it's a 1 and 3, then I'm gonna have to take a walk and think about it. I'll keep this. I will play if I'm going first. In the dark, I'm going first. Although again, that last game, what did it come down to? Top decks. This is a pretty decent draw. We don't have Leyline, and we're gonna have to fetch a swamp. And we're missing our second land. So much can go wrong. But Serum Visions. So game 1, we can Street Wraith. We don't need to worry about the Spell Bomb. Boom. I don't know if the deck's really resistant to mulligans. It might be, but haven't seen a mulligan over there in forever, basically. Okay, I think we want to get the Stomping Ground because it gives us a chance to not have to have a, oh god, are we gonna miss? Might as well play it first. Played second. Fuck, man. Luck's run out. Our luck feels like it's run out. Although, I still think our position is... Oh, there's a Street Wraith. Our position is still going to be okay if we draw land next turn. I can't imagine missing another turn and really being in decent shape. We're really resistant to discard. Okay. Thought Scouring. A Snapcaster Mage is kind of nice. Thought sees us. Well, I mean, this is the good news, is that we do have a lot of cycle we got there. We will get to play a little bit more Magic. This will be for a forest. I still hold out hope of not having to play a swamp this game. And we're going to have to play through Stubborn Denial or multiple more discard spells. Although, again, the good news is we have so much in our graveyard and there's no Death Shadow yet. Okay, I'm going to get the forest. We might see a Living End Thought Scour here. There's a ley line. Alright, I'm over hoping. Oops. We're gonna get a swamp. And it's gonna be Godless Shrine. Ship the turn. It would make sense to Snapcaster Mage Thought Scour. Nope. That's not the line. 3 Demonic Dreads, but we need a creature to target. Black. Okay, well, the good news is that we're not seeing a Tasigur. Or, I mean, we're not seeing a uh, Death Shadow yet, so a little bit more time. Don't hate... the land's kind of irrelevant because of Stubborn Denial. See if he has it. It's a 2 of. He does. So now we're down to our last living end on this following turn. So if he has a Snapcaster Mage, this game's over. Inquisition doesn't do it. If he Snapcaster Mage, it's still over. That was wrong. I'll tell you, that was definitely wrong. That was wrong. You should hold it for Stubborn Denial for the auto win. Now I can top deck. And I think I even have 2 turns. Yeah. Sure. But it's irrelevant. Waste my mana. It would be a time walk, although the good news is our deck is all top decks. Forest cycle, Plain cycle. Get the Overgrown. Play it. And then pass, and we're probably dead. Now getting fucking crushed by this shit. Cycle. Our deck has extra top decks, so Architects. That's in here to be an extra top deck. Come on, Captured Sunlight. Captured Sunlight, baby. Grove. Didn't get there. Now getting ass handed to me. I'm not going to try anything new. After the match is over, I'll make a different plan. I still think the ley lines are super important. And I still feel like I would rather just have a cycler than an ingot chewer. I'll try some chewers. Why am I not trying the land destruction? Because I was doing that previously. It competes with Captured Sunlight, which is a better top deck than a Fulminator or a Blood Moon. Like, even though we lost that game, at least I feel that this is the right plan if you're on a living end, because it was like top deck Captured Sunlight for the win. I'm going to choose to play second. This is kind of a weird one, where we have the Chewer. Haven't had an early Grove for a while. Have drawn 3 living ends. Went up against triple Street Wraith. Maybe we've had some beats. Thoughtseize. Okay. This is why I don't like Ingot Chewer, because I really just want to cycle. Okay, what's the right play? Probably the Sunlight. Sometimes it's just right to take the Cycler, actually. Ooh, Chewer. Well, maybe Chewer's decent. Swamp, Forest. I like playing the Swamp and cycling the Carabid. Anytime you can delay your decision of how to use your fetch is nice. It'll probably should be for a Godless Shrine, but there's a chance that something else. If I lose this match, I'll even challenge for yet another one. And then if that's it, it's just I always like to end on a win if whenever possible. I know both people can't do it, but Nihil Spellbomb. Nihil Spellbomb. Alright, Operation Cast Monsters. Do I even want to cycle the Carabid right now? Probably should have, but not that badly. Yeah, because we want to find Grove. Serum Visions, okay. But this is one of those games where maybe we can just hit land and cast some shit. 3 spell bombs. Yeah, I'm off definitely off like casting stuff. Or cycle this one. Mm, well, green and red are more important than white. I'm gonna cycle the Carabid because I would rather cast the Minotaur. Fucking bullshit lands. Where are the lands? I guess I should have cycled the Minotaur, maybe, to try to hit 3. Although the good news is we have time. I'll cycle during our turn if we miss. Another living end. Cycle the Street Wraith when we have to. It makes the best creature, though. Bolted us. That's interesting. Snapcaster. I'm going to try to sweep that away, because we actually don't have that much life. On the other hand, maybe we can wait one turn and outburst if he goes for a Stubborn Denial. And that way we can also fetch pain free. It's 2 life either way. These have been some shitty draws, man, I think. Remember when the sun was out? If the opponent just cracks their... All the opponent has to do is crack their spell bombs, and we're in trouble. We have 8 cards. Well, I can't actually cast Outburst. This is so bad. Do I really want to, like, use my last living end to try to kill a Snapcaster Mage? No, I don't, if at all possible. Especially if we can just get countered. This draws are so terrible, right? These draws have been pretty terrible. Now you're just blaming luck. Yeah, well, maybe we need to figure some shit out about the matchup. Um, fuck it. We're gonna die. Why aren't you drawing cards off your spell bombs? Okay. Sun is gone. Whoa, we have a Street Wraith in play. Trying to make me win. Doesn't draw off spell bomb. Doesn't use the spell bombs. That can't be right. Cycle. Land. Well, this is really our only chance. Maybe he's trying to make me win. No, or maybe we're just dead. Yep. One more. Final one. Win or lose. Okay. Damn, win one, 0-3 the next ones. Hope you enjoy this content. How do I do this? Mitchapalooza, challenge player. Boom. Let's end on a loss, people. Try to end on a win. Put some light on. Um, Again, I'll do first. I'm going to keep this one. It's pretty risky, but the upside is really high. It has a ley line. It has cyclers. Opponent mulligans. I feel like that's the first time he's mulligan in quite some time, right? Uh, Again, I haven't seen Grove in ages. It's a key card. Okay. Right. This is. I don't think this is a mulligan. The We can even afford to miss for a couple turns, like last match, and have some sort of a chance. Okay, no discard this game. Or maybe Thought Scour is more important. Alright, we're bricking again. I knew it was a risk. There's only one forest in the deck. Architects have tension. Although if they weren't architects, they'd be like blood moons. Dodge Death Shadow for a turn. If there's Death Shadow, we can also just draw a land. Here it comes. Thought Scour. There's the land. Here it comes. We're down to our last couple turns already. You stumble, it's over. Alright, we have a land. We have a land, which means we have a chance. If we had had the land turn 2, we would have very good chance. As it is, it's really sketchy, because we can't pay for stubborn denials whether that Death Shadow gets big or not. We're resistant to discard. That would be the good news. Again, this is a game where I guess I wouldn't have minded being on the draw. We would have hit our land drop at the same time. Opponent would have one fewer cards. It'd be basically the same, except they would have 4 cards right now, right? Or we would have something like that, whatever. Mitchapalooza waiting on you. I know it's not an easy deck to play. So go Swamp, Thoughtseize, okay. I hate when they tank and then they just have you. They think forever and then they just have you. That's the worst feeling. Could be us right now. If they have Stubborn Denial, he has us. Not only have I lost 3 matches in a row, but I've lost like 5 straight games. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't cycle in response. Wait. Don't take the A-bomb. I would have done that in response. It's testing. Or take it, whatever. Okay, it's testing. Yeah, don't take the A-bomb, baby. Well, you could. I feel like we'd get there. Cycling. Two draws. You just want to be sure. Okay, outburst. And a blue mana. Thought Scour. And there's blue mana up. Are you going to do extra damage? It depends. If he has Stubborn Denial, it definitely makes sense to push the damage. Oh, no Stubborn Denial. Maybe another discard spell then. Bolt. Whoa. Interesting. So, I'm going to get the Swamp. And then I'm going to get a Blood Crypt. There must be another Death Shadow in hand. That would make a lot of sense. It's Pale Recluse. Although we could potentially beat another Death Shadow. Cast it. Several cards left. We won. I don't know. It seems like he's trying to make us win to get rid of us. Again, I think I like the fourth ley line. He has 3 spell bombs. I just don't want to be chewer flooded. It feels pretty bad. And we've won 3 spell bombs a couple times in the Jund match and at least once in this session. This hand I don't like. We have no 1 mana cyclers. So there's no. It's a lot riskier. I really don't like this one either, but chewer. I'll take the chewer. Nice. Since we have Black Cleave, well, again, it's been how many games has it been since we've had Grove? I think we drew it late in one of those games. Although when we were winning a lot, there was a lot of early Groves. That's for sure. And maybe I'm supposed to bottom chewer because it's not a Grove. Okay. Serum Visions. Chewers maybe was a bad keep. Probably. So Chewer, this Verdant is going to get a Stomping Ground, and then a Black Cleave Cliffs, and then a Plains. And then we're going to be able to cast everything in our deck, basically. Although we don't have the resources to suspend a Living End. I can't help but get impatient when I look at how little time. It's just that's natural for me. As I'm like, woo, 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 woo. I'm like, go, go, go. Bolt himself. Death Shadow. Fast. What do we want to get here? Stomping Ground was the plan. I see no reason to change that. Grove. Great draw. Great, great, great draw. Although still a lot of pressure, but Grove slows it considerably. 8 life. Thought Scour. Serum Visions. Yeah, I mean, I just want to give. There's the Street Wraith. That's a problem. This Chewer is a problem, is how bad it is. Jesus, another Wraith. Although, again, let's go get the plains. Again, at least it's not going to be swamp walking Street Wraiths. If we ever get to Living End. Discard one incoming. Maybe another Death Shadow. Collective Brutality. Ooh, Tassiger from the grave. Okay. We have no choice. So if it gets denied, it gets denied. But we have no choice. One more game for all the marbles. We're dead. That's 11. Run it back. One more game for all the marbles. That game I definitely would have preferred in Architects. I wouldn't have loved Architects the way our mana was. Wouldn't have made a difference. Try it once more. On the draw once more. Last game, win or lose. Play second. I don't like this hand. I mean, I guess I like it. It has two groves. It's kind of immune to Thoughtseize. Cool, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna keep it. It has two groves. Two groves and doesn't care about Thoughtseize very much to start the game. Both. Take the damage. I was streaming. Yo, I'm annihilating Tiwu right now. Come watch. Thoughtseize. Yeah, so I don't mind this hand. Again, I would generally prefer if, I don't know, the Stomping Ground was a ley line, but otherwise, it's decent. Happy to be on the draw. Happy to be on the draw this game, right? What's the rush in playing lands first, early? I don't see it. So, I think taking Deadshot is correct. There's an Ingot Chewer. Kill a Spellbomb this game. Inquisition's a dead card. Collective Brutality. Although we haven't seen Collective from him. Okay. 12. Thought Scour. Mystic Creature. Now we know there's only one Stubborn Denial left, most likely. Tassiger. Give you a life. And there's another land. It's not a good matchup. I don't think it's... I feel like it's too late to switch decks. I don't want to switch decks. I'd rather just make it as good as possible. Or maybe there's going to be a lot more Grixis, or more Jund than Grixis. Okay. Green, give you some life. I'm gonna go get the Godless Shrine. There's an Outburst. So we have a chance for that reason. Although, once again, this chewer is pretty bad. Take the beats. Serum visions. I'll fire off the outburst if necessary. We know there's a chance of counter squall. There's a chance of counter squall. There's a chance of a bunch of bullshit. Cycling a street wraith. Well, that sucks for us. Death Shadow. Um, I feel like going for it is the way to do it. 11. I don't want them to have more life at this point. Do you have it? Yep. Okay. Top deck. 9. I am gonna go for it. And there's a land. Living End does not have a good matchup versus Grixis Shadow. That said, I like the captured sunlight. Or maybe I just don't think like Fulminator Mage is a better top deck there than captured sunlight. Definitely don't believe that. Serum Visions. Bolt. Stubborn Denial. Okay, well Death Shadow's gone. We could cycle Jungle Weaver to find our Living End. That's definitely the way to go. Rather than a Leyline. Definitely feel favored. Definitely feel a lot better first Giant. Not sure how to improve this. Feel like I've drawn ass the last couple. Yeah, also in 5 matches, I think you mold once. Is this? Yeah, only mulligan once in a. I don't know if that's normal or not though. Uh, you forgot to draw off Spell Bomb a couple times. Yeah. Alright, we'll figure it out. Okay. Interesting. Oh, when Spellbomb goes to the graveyard, that makes sense. Hmm. Now I know. Do you have another counter in hand? Sure. Dead anyways. But I feel like if I'm playing Ellie, this is the way to go. Lots of games, I need to top deck any Cascader. Was drawing to top deck, captured sunlight a few times. I don't know. Grixis is on the rise. It is. Um, Alternatively, yeah. So I'm playing no land destruction for this matchup. It seems super bad when your threats cost 1 mana. Also, the draw first. I never felt like it was a rush for land drops. Always seems to come down to top decks. Yeah. Hmm. 2 denials, yeah. 1 counter squall. 4 total. Oh well. If I knew that, I would have, whatever. I mean, I didn't really lose playing around it. Do you think it went above average for you the past couple matches? Or is it super bad for me? Because I just lost. Because I just lost 4 in a row. 1 and 4. Mm-hmm. Gotta figure this shit out. Longest video ever. I hope this is enjoyable. I'll chat some more. Time to go eat, and I had some terrible draws. Yeah. Before though, I was top decking Groves at the perfect time. But yeah, I didn't have Grove for like 5 straight games, right? When you had the fast shadow hands. I think it's not as bad as 20%, surely. To win this matchup, 80%. Doesn't seem. Sure, I feel slightly better. I might change the configuration. Yeah, it does seem favored for them. Anyways, thanks. I'm out. Alright, thanks everyone who watched. Let me know what you think in the comments. That was fun. I'll figure it out. I'll come back soon with updates. I don't know what they are yet, but I'll figure them out. So, much love. Peace.